for futuno. Dr. Steve Mantiamo, a Public Interest and Accountability Committee for ne say, Mwankasa munye corporate. Mu yo man adwuma ku a yese mo nhwe na momwa ye ne yentu fango enti mo nye oil prospecting of oil and in the exploration enti mu corporate na ne say mo bepe social responsibility aka ho amanfo na ekeka ko social media so wo mo keka pa asem say wo mo ankasa GMPC no wo mo nim wo mo adwuma na ni so papa de na mo ton anything more social responsibility INSMP Daily Dispatch Socialist Intelligential Analysis how Ashanti regions contribute vote for NDC. The Insight Ablakwa demands action from ECOWAS over prolonged Nigeria border closure. So I Lone Ranger would demand this action no but if you say Kasabre Krano, Eko was Mampenino, Mamudu Yusufu Enka, or one Kasakra, any Nigeria for Nakasa say, what is going on? Adia Yesia, Yenina, Yadrenwa Yenyechin, and one night on Sadian Kakranka Kradia Yon Kutasra, Bako 4 years, so I know I found Kuno dia Bonibo. Ha, Sasayon, and Tiadia Nigeria Efe. African country ben pa na wo share ko wase ase a wo de ne sa sha ade yase a obeka se chinchin ache me de sei na me yenti na ese wo flout mo Ekowa street ni sa and the irony of it mo headquarters is so Abuja ne wo ana eni wo bi kwabna eni Nigeria
pepe
Ekowa headquarters eni Nigeria oh na no gutafo na womu ye aduebu se womu de mra na hye womu nsem se womu toto store ni mu but womu nsem ni bi womu ka no eye no kre ayet se mema ni Ghana na woba woni be ma na ebu ni yi achia na mema nso enti se mu ko jojo a mu jojo ya ama ni si ya na na mu jojo nso na so womu ye omadwen se womu pese womu ye ni gidigidi a after then you take it to the next level yes amu shase in a diplomatic way amuni omoka we omoka say oye ni omakoka no mba ya omatiada because obi ankobi say omo say mukọ ye no say 2 weeks na so honorable Carlos Ayinkra be kan say enkasasie na ma Michelle Yakoboche ene Papa Lancash emo ne Nigeria for no koka ye no ebe sha say adwuma this is 2 weeks time o kan na 28th October e wo Joy news so no can asem nti wo ka wie ye ya 28th October ya ene eye yi so 7th November 2 weeks no mo se ma ya na mon ka bibi nche gutafo ne
ba ya
ene Ghana fo nyina because asem no mo ka ne de me kra metina sidi a me say in a way it is just not fair adentia ye ko mu sa mo madwen ya mu say I say mo pe ahoho no kra asem e chen amanifo no
mo wo esoro aye de
moda na ye timi bie ema cement company efi Nigeria edin wo de wo no waka edin cement fi Nigeria ebe famu ba no adenti ni entimi mie ma Ghana fo ni amane de enko
say omo ahoden sen ehia wo mo soso
ene empanifo no na eka sa omo ahoden sen ye sesei me ka sa mo se sovereign state na no na isika ne ho no enya ama no PDS ni CG sensem ni sika na enya ama no woman ka sa ene sovereign state
na Nigeria
obi ho adin
America crowd bi na ko
sovereign state obi ho adin chen obi Gambia cry sovereign state wono kra ne map na isen kate ye bowe ba ko ehye we
Taropo ya na kase mampedika so be support private sector na ya boama continental free trade na ya dwom mampedi then and also you pa because the Nigeria for any dear
anya adwuma omo so omo do so chen ne enso se yesu omo ntu nim se one ebi mu kasa wa achi ame no I say minim kodwa mo atenti me pese ya me kasa bebre nya se be
it's not about the relationship between you and
information and answer bibi oni omo kasa wa achi they feel like I say mpanyifo no munim de mo nya kakra fi Nigeria for no nti ye pe omo asam ye te omo chi because omo no it's easy for them to pay their way through
na no that Joada Nwumre na akesi program so na aro for the back ko buy ni di ko ba ya ka de ko so
and almost 111 truck drivers. Oh my, so stranded. And I dear Bachombe, sorry, no, car battery na two. I dear Bachombe, and yes, I'll be down poor. Nadia Mono, almost our infa. Almost since August. Near Manaka, and says almost here, Chidia Bagana.
A serious. I can't no move from one.
And to where you simple, okay, some say contraband goods are already on my catch. I say, and yeah, no more shame.
na why na mo hwe
omo say o man foforo fine ye na mo ye nintum ye na mo hwehwe okay tracks ni mo be ye mu screening wo ho
simple
mo be ye screening enye ya na me ni me
make emma you no man say sa
yeah, private sector, private sector. Private sector no ba no agiegu. If you say sika no be injecting into it, you know, such frustrations. Ebe na ayeka.
Tina be say man penny so encourage private sector no we say ni.
Ya encourage wo mo ache. Let us give them that push too. Action no somra. Monka bibi mfa sa ade yi ho. What why was it say 31st January 2020.
Ya tax ni be so was at 31st.
Na 31st no kwa dia na chese duru no so ntwe nkwa anim. Enti honorable Ablakwa yere wo ho na pe support na mon kan kire ECOWAS president mampani Mahmoud Isufu say on friend Nigeria for na omusa wo mu say edi asema what is going on. It's been more than 3 months. Enti say makan Ghana level na emfa mo de kɔ hɔ no mu a enye say we di ai say mo aprem ho bi dodo say wo betumi aya
sister ya hye no so de da hɔ eba ya tu edi enim.
It's the same border.
It's baby na you afford the for
ba na man ka den na cement ne ba enya okra na mekan ya obodi no cause sana omo ka gutafo no ana adwadifo no bi ka say cement ne ba ampa so kodwa so a sa cement ubisa when you go and ask for cement ahodo na say me so me sheda na me hwa dem so cement na say you say be 35.5 be 36 be 37 be 39 and I'm so okay nti dey na 35.5 no I was just trying to find out sampa varieties no omo bobo na no omo boya omo ba ku bi omo say China dey bi so ho na me say wo dey ye and na we nso omo bodi na enu so wo nti e ba so
toba
eba
the trucks nso do so papa olodu ajai
eba
to aso be one na no mu nsi
nti e den no no dey otimi ba no
ti a she nda ho
unkoye screening no Ghana for no omo so contraband goods no enu de ye nyina beji atum say hey so se wabra woni mamu a although enu kran so mpo no gutafo ni bi wo ho nsem kan ye efi say ono ohwe de woni mamu no say emfa bi ma me wa say se kokowa street ni mu a enu so ekowa semra no embraye Emma who quite so to me the call, but on one cassa debi ye de Emma on fam.
It's on the equal as Mecanomuntio.
Bibisa.
No one pay was no winter won't free way.
And no son can ye bad.
And you say okay, they say the one cake was to say, we be here was a muddy
and yan that freedom of association, I'm sure say it's a standardized principle.
When you are for ya eufia. Yeah. Now the BB and we Friday cover be, that's a woman pifia. So I say, and to be free alcohol. Near the hats na Hannah Bibia, I come. But a be yoba, a be yen crana fee, yen said, it's Tiano pay and some other baby.
And Timamisha Daily Guide, no Agozo drama in court. MPs want police protection. President opens Ghana East Hospital. NPP blasts NDC over jokes. The Ghanaian Time. Ghana poised for balance of trade surplus. President predicts by end of 2019 financial year. Trade surplus pa. And maybe nini soon. Say yes. The Chronicle, work to bring down interest rate. President tells, President directs BOG governor, nobody can break me down. ACP Agozo here. And then after your marking rights to UEW Council. And I say, Prof, Reverend Professor Anthony Afubruni, was landing who in fresh trouble. Trouble, but I see your confusion, Muna, or a petition now, Openi afenyo marking and na Ministry of Education so de echo yoku for no reports naba na indict current VC MUEW Reverend Professor Anthony Afubruni and na I exonerate na say edwo no akosha asimu and na Professor Dada no and na VC Dada no Prof dey need that that's why prof name VC Dada no Professor Adekye and then the financial officer na ye wo mu fro no omo dey esi wakadu wonom ho son enti enu na sesi yi no watwa awura afenyo mark na atwa koma University Governing Council ne say ene esese moma Afubruni ofi akonwa ne so enti onfi so no asan abebiem. Daily Statesman here, CPP campaigns for yes in December 17 referendum. We are committed to fiscal discipline. President Akufo-Addo assures CEOs, stop the jokes and tell us your alternative. NPP tells NDC enti enkrata no enie kwabena wa ha idie ma yenye ne tew said ye be ya enimado eni Romeo mpa ne Romeo no enimado de onam north no ha enti Romeo di agudie mu nsem bebre ye behwe apomuden won nsem ne aka still November ye men aware health awareness month international be kasa fa mema apomuden ho na afi yesi enkonya afa akua Ghana enso ho front page daily graphic my activity unrelated to coup ACP Agozo Superintendent Tobu denies invitation by police BNI says so. I was on a WhatsApp platform unrelated to any alleged coup. Nobody can bog me down. I will stand for this. I will stand for this. I am as strong as anything. Thank you very much for your support. Unquote. That's a quote by ACP Agozo. Those were the words of Assistant Commissioner of Police Dr. Benjamin Agozo, who has been accused of offering assistance to alleged coup plotters, adorned in his official police uniform and a United Nations beret and full ensign. A visibly upset Dr. Agozo, who was being escorted out of the courtroom, stopped to speak to journalists who had thronged the Kaneshie District Court premises to observe proceedings. The atmosphere was tense. Family members and sympathizers enveloped him as he spoke to the media for a few seconds and walked calmly into a waiting vehicle. Oh, Hene, Yonko.
Say said Diana, the graphic lady, say anyone, which ACP Dr. Benjamin Agozo, if only at the Abetua, Ghana Mompain and Adanqua Infoni and so Eda Sia. Na Shasia, na Edani at the ACP Agozo, Ninsebno Emum, na said the Mabel Akubana say, and sorry, no Eddie Ebaye in and I will Amani HMO essay. Na a WhatsApp platform so and now or na and some or try and be the one ma na a fa ku asembia ho se de na esi ko emontia hodro no no e na wo kyerem se enya de a obia betimi de no aba efom de bida ora so atim ba bi otim ogina ba bi ogina no kra sema wo kan no ora so agina mu osu abrobo de na obi betimi eda ye no nya de bibia betimi atona obehwe fom eda obo fanda de fa wo tene a enye adikuma na oso wo da obi biara se ewo emwasunku a omo ede etano achim we asema ACP Dr. Benjamin Agozo ede etu edwa wa bra na Jansen Trofo etwa ne ho ehia ewo Kaneshie District Court honom no na wochim so panyi na wo chese wo assistance bi na so wo de mo bi ede manipa bi a wo so mbe so mo ye ku anam so wo ye omane so edom gina so ema ya so ni mo no na hwe ni uniform no a na se peacekeeping de no address kama pa ne bere tin bibia no chese peacekeeping kama na wo free because ya so ni musa eti graphic etwa wonfonyi anopai e de aba oba
mo yanko page 16 na fe atwaso e de drew 25 ewo daily graphic no emo re-examine current interest rate and wo say enkata no dodo na e de aba. President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo has asked the governor of the Bank of Ghana to take another look at the existing interest rate in the country. He said the downward review of the interest rate was crucial in making the private sector competitive to help deliver a Ghana beyond aid. Addressing the Chief Executive Officer's Executive Forum in Accra yesterday, the President said, quote, "I have requested the Governor of the Bank of Ghana to interrogate the issue of high interest rates in Ghana and how the problem can be addressed to enhance the competitiveness of the private sector." He said although the government has succeeded in stabilizing the economy through improved microeconomic indicators over the last 2 years, high interest rates were still affecting the profitability of businesses. The current interest rate by the central bank is 16%, but President said it needed to be brought down further to create an enabling environment for businesses.
Na classify to su edu ensia no na wo chese ye mampeni nana adodankwa edi atodwa a wo chemu ese Bank of Ghana empenifo na wo kan edi achem se wo sere wo mo a interest rate no mo enye ho adwuma ne ntimi mo se de be ya e ma agedie ho nsam etu empon ewo omemum no na wo chim se mo ye ne sa ede aboa eba from now na eboa ama private sector no omo su etimi jam na so na Ghana Beyond Aid na yakọ ho wasem na no eno so etimi abemum na odi semi kotu ja wabra na chief executive officers wo mo executive forum ekọ so na wo eye enkreha na omampani ede etu edwam no mu no na wo chim so waka Eddie Ache governor say and when we are one share na interest rate no one year ho adwuma nei no ejina 16% nanso no wo yiri say wo ye bibi e eboa ma ne ba forma e betimi aboa na madwadie enso etumpon eno na wo chem so official be mienu e omanfo nyina de da say Ghana sika sem no ejina yie ejina na so pampe ne wo edene se bon resita nanso ni mu no say wo yibi kakra e fa interest rate ne ho e betimi aboa ye katafa to so edusia enso so eni oba
yenko 20 near sickle cell treatment. Ghana adopts new drug for sickle cell treatment. The government is working with partners to ensure that people living with sickle cell diseases have access to hydroxyurea, a more efficient drug for the treatment of the disease in the country through the National Health Insurance Scheme. The Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who announced this in Accra yesterday, said, "We have the opportunity as Ghana to be the first African country to ensure that access to hydroxyurea and its associated treatment costs are granted through the NHIS to every Ghanaian whose doctors and nurses prescribe this medicine for them."
Katafa to so edu no yeti aye amagana e mampeni abedechire e na woka say e na wochim say ade ba ko ha adwene panase yare ba ko ha adwene ye e wo memu sickle cell no e no e na e ka obi ana amana yare hopo pa e no e na wochim say de Ghana yeti aye bi memu de edo ba ko aba yeti aye de share insurance mu a e bebo enua no mu a wo monya say yare bi no e hydroxyurea no e no e na wo chese e bia so obi e wo sickle cell ibia sa edro we ne ebetimi aboa onyakro no amanatimi enya homeka eno na wo de health insurance munti ko ba de se bibi samposia na se ja wo kwa na wo sa etimi akabiti we eye asemda aba Ghana na se de nyemu chefa so nkokra e wo eye ebibima enso so emom back page no e wo graphic mu na wo che se omampani atwa eye ahomamum se de ensha se na a railway bridge eno e wo Volta Lake e wo eye Goli ben eye Japan wo Volta region no ensha se na enye ho adwuma no betimi aboa amasa eye new railway line we ebenamu atema na de atoa so de ewra eye epoye mantemo na wo che se $20 million Volta Rail Bridge and assisi de wo mu ebeye eho adwuma na afi etimi aboa no mampeni ni nsem tuja wie no eno mu hwehwe nya pra boensem de ema eye omampeni back page daily graphic and so any oba
Father new crusading guide NPP mocks NDC over nepotism claim behu ewo page 3. The ruling NPP has accused the NDC of lacking the ideas and vision to engage in an issue-based campaign ahead of the 2020 general elections. According to the NPP, the content of the press conference by the main opposition on Tuesday shows clearly that they have nothing to contribute in the competition of ideas and performances. At the press conference in Accra on Wednesday, the national youth organizer of the party, Nana Boakye Nanabi, accused the NDC of reducing the 2020 campaign to one of playing tribal politics and their bogus list of family ties against President Akufo-Addo.
Yeah, to us one any crusading guy de to us katafa to so mensa no watwa abrante Harry na Boakye na be national youth organizer de ema Amaiku NPP foni de abetoa na wo chems na no da Amaiku NDC wo mo eba abonte eba sentrofo hyamu de efa abusua amamu a ekoso wo mamu no no ene gina so ema Amaiku NPP so ba abonte eba ba ye wo mo de na Boakye ne gina mo ekasa de ema party no na wo chemu anokwasem nie wo hwe Amaiku NDC a do mo yina echese wo mu any ideas bia ekono beso mo ni Ghana for na say Amaiku awodo no ekono o mo nso mo kaka ni nyina no so say ideas bia ni hodo mo beso mo de eboa eno na wo chire mu am da bia family and friends wo hwe mu asem mo ka no edimu ba bia tribal politics na wo mo say enikwa so mo for esosa asem ni mu asem a enikwa so bia so mo ede bibia sanse no kura bia eni de mo ka ni mu then no ada omoso yes ntwofo hyiamu a omoso ka bie akrata je se wo twetwe NDC for pa eno so krata e de aba ene anopem na ase hanna ya osa gba amane se mampani abede kire Dr. Mamudu Bawumia so che se aban hwa ase na National Sanitation Authority ye de aba e ba bebo se de be ya ahonide hu nsem nom oba ebetu empon enso so e wo mangale mu eno kwa ensa ye obesa National Sanitation Fund enso e de abeso nom na timi abose de be ya ketenkete e digumu a ne aboa nom ne de aboa ama efia wodo a emene ye e wo ye monten so no eno so eto etwa anoso no krata e de aba ene anopay.
Kwabena dispatch mu mehu we bi o yenkwohwe page 11 Nigeria lists conditions for border to be reopened. Into ben what daily dispatch page 11 into omo the conditions aba womo ebie womo border no. The Nigerian government has given a list of conditions that must be met for it to reopen its borders. The Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Onyama alongside members of the Interministerial Committee on the Temporary Partial Closure of Land Borders held a press briefing in Abuja to discuss the issues. The nation's borders have been closed for several weeks in a move the government said was to grow the local economy and reduce illegal importation. The issue has generated controversy in the economy, with many condemning the government for not providing palliatives to curb the expected rise in basic goods for families. Some also argue that the border closure violates Nigeria's agreement within ECOWAS and the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Other Nigerians have, however, commended the initiative, saying it would help increase local production and use of made-in-Nigeria goods. So here are the conditions. Some conditions were agreed upon by members of the Nigerian side of the Tripartite Committee set up to review the policy. The conditions as stated by Mr. Onyama are as follows. Any imports coming from outside an ECOWAS region and imported into an ECOWAS member state must maintain its original packaging. They must be escorted from the port directly to the designated entry point in the Nigerian border, presented to the Nigerian customs with the original packaging. Compromises will not be tolerated. The next one, goods produced predominantly in ECOWAS member states must satisfy the ECOWAS rules of origin to avoid any possibility of downplay. Goods must be majorly produced in ECOWAS countries. If the goods are coming from outside ECOWAS, the value addition must be more than 30% for it to be accepted within the framework of the economic trade liberalization scheme that ECOWAS countries have to promote trade among them. Next, all warehouses along the shared borders of Nigeria must be dismantled. Goods being transported must be put in proper recognized packaging. No longer will we have goods of all shapes and sizes going through the borders. To maintain the best practices of those goods, an accepted condition for packaging will be established. And then in regards to free movement of persons, all persons moving through Nigerian borders must present themselves through recognized entry points and must have recognized travel document, country passports. In 2 weeks, Nigeria will be hosting a tripartite meeting that is between Niger, Benin and Nigeria to further review the policy. King Kine.
Joe. Ebusia dispatch na yede to Nigeria border ene ho ensema hodo a ya bomu ano ena mo chese eno ma hodo bi ho no ma se omafori timi eye dia ene kwan ni bedam kama na eja ahye so nchiri wahyewa hodo no na hese ano abrasem eno ena wo chese ba ko ene se no ma hodo biara impa otu a efri eye outside ECOWAS region no na yede ewram a wo ye ECOWAS member no e wo se ultimate maintaining original packaging no o package out there eba na wo say ye original nya afi ne be ye fake no ma bia e de afri mu e ba sa wo mo entiase ma one entiase enfa e ma ochina afi so e no ma hudu a no so ECOWAS member states no mo so mo de eba nyina na e wo say rules ahodo ana se hyehyɛ ahodo a ɛda ho nyina no mutimi ehwena mode ɛyɛ adwuma mo origin aha na se na husuo ana se na bɔse no ɛwɔ se bibia wo bia na yɛtimi ɛde adwuma se de ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛwi ase no yɛde ba na yɛ ho ekowas na so no asɛ ɔmo hyɛ da husu yɛ basa ɔmo ɛntwe ma ɛma oso mfa ɛnoma na ɛmfa ɛma afeso warehouse ahodo nyinara ɛwɔ ahye no so nyina no ɛwɔ se itimi edwuri nyina na se eyi edi free ho enti sa Nigeria border no ho no man for warehouse wo sa important nyina no ɛwɔ se yɛde egu ɛfam ɛyɛ sa de a ɛno so no wɔn ɛnti ase enti mu yɛ ne sei ɛde mo de a ɛne akoma no so ɛbɛtɔ ɛyam afeso so no wɔ sa ɛkyɛ se ɛnoma ahodo a ɛno so mo transporting ɛde aba no ɛwɔ se packaging no wɔn hu ne se ɛyɛ packaging papa ɛnya afei ɛna ebehu sɛ goods no we nie na ayɛ wɔn ne so prekesen mo hu yie emu biem kama fa entutu ho
on se bi mo kofa free baby
kofa
free China no ma be
package yempe ne sa
sisi a wo ba na wo ye repackaging omo nje baby a wo di free na said ye omo ye ne China ma won fa ne sa akọ se koba se wo sisema na se wo ye ne bibi foforo wo the value bi ka ho eno so kra wo se ye be 30% value ena wo de ka
why na say eyi ye fa se China ya amanfo koi se bi akotwa sardine di aba enam ni nyina ya de kro ba wo so wo kwan ana so your packaging na bi aye oba ya
aha nti wakoye no oba ya sardine no
omo mpe ne sa
omo pe said ya wo di free China ho ba na ye ne sa pepepe mensa medru Ghana na bi oba ya sardine no keye kokko afedi bedru ba bi no bedru Ghana no de ade atia bi atona no ana so the paper for fam ho oba ya sardine ho na fe akwakoda ne oba ya en kwabna ne sardine
na semina maybe madwuma ma register
ase wanye no ECOWAS man mu wo kokra free baby said ya wo kra no na wo de ba no said ya mo packaging wo ho no adaka no hote said ya hyehye ne ma wo no sa wo di free ECOWAS man fufuro mu akọ Nigeria ho a gyan sa nka no say mo so mo ye sovereign state ya obi so ye sovereign state o cho ne sovereignty
ezu enyi na wo de to yempa ni fo na nim
we no omuni Niger any Benin for
the time you say
say omo se ye nka ho
it's ye penny for no ko man kan kire wo
baby we am say nure ya na wo mu ni Niger Nigeria Benin for ni shia ya
say we doesn't affect us
so wo ma tin kan bibia fa border ne so ho say
na we has no cry wo ho no ye ndiri nyina ngu fom no
on say baby omu nyina abo hye na nka ho no be no man's line wo kra what di ni tumi ni bia ko ho
say si warehouse wo say ndiri nyina fa ngu fom
say ho na ya mo di ni ama no kogu ye repackaging no omo no
oba ha say
omo no
yo mo ye we nyina no
sa ni ama ni omo nim na ni suntu nim ya ho nchen omo
yo mo ye we nyina no last na eni gutafo ye interview na e ka bi che omo so omo say wa bro mu tools ha boda nim no emu dua kora no emu apagya e de ko am gimu be ediowotwe be nsia so ediowotwe num
e wo mu man ni
exactly so they are trying to boost the local production Tano mo ye we nyina wo di rules won na prekese dia bali nyina fa course members to whatever nyina no they want to boost the local production
na un boost the no bi bo boost ni their problem ni say o emo no afibia metric tons say na kraba
so last year I catch you say me ko Nigeria me perfume rice so oga come perfume rice from go for buy no
to Jimmy
obu say yes
Yankin can page 11 now say why do not tax mobile money, telcos chamber tell government. The chief executive of the telecommunications chamber, Ken Ashigbe, has stated that telecom companies will argue against any attempt by government to tax mobile money. He said mobile money should rather be used as a vehicle to expand financial inclusion. In an interview with the media house, Mr. Ashigbe, who is also the former CEO of Graphic Communications Group, said any attempts to tax mobile money transactions will be detrimental to government on the digitization agenda. Communications Minister Sluusu had disclosed that following the adjustment of the communication service tax, the ministry is contemplating on introducing taxes in mobile money transaction. Hey, Samu. Yes, mobile money need your money. Na yena nkase yakoye transaction na one cedi ni two cedi na that's no prayer ya asem.
It's a buy so
besa machi tax dadawo. Na me transfer bi ama kwabena ne wa kura.
No. Abani hu ni say ne de call telecommunication for no direct.
1 cedi no
Jebia omba ko jibia e ko bi ombe bre etu de e se je wa ankasa so
papa cheche mu ni enkoi taxi enya no so
e de chiro mai
now from what happened to from taxation to production
Chief Executive Officer at the Telecommunication Chamber Openiken Ashibe and odi atudwa a wo chese amafo hwese ke bi be kakra no yesi mobile money for ye pese ye ba e budget o kakra kakra sansem ne baba e ma me slow su da chi so hinti bi kakra wo honom na amafo ka se eboi mobile money kakra so ye so ye be se ye enso edi efiri ho jekum tia simple o ye saman akoda saman pom we de be bre pa no na Openiken Ashibe so de o no edi atumo wo chese we de bi se mo amadwo se mo de be ko mobile money for no so a mo fancy he ya de mo ye we nyina akwa na eboa amagan sikasem ni eyeye enti se yebese etire sikasem mu a na esaye se ekoti mobile money phone kakra emwa ye ho be kire eduto ketenkete na amoti na mpo eje saban so be sa tibidi a ene wan ko bebu adwuma no to mo sem nya etia wase ene omo mpene na mpene china ema sa de no enkoso nti ma aban emo no hu musumpo se obeye sa dispatch enso eniem.
Yenwe wa Ghanaian Times. Ghana poised for balance of trade surplus. President predicts by end of 2019 financial year. President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo has predicted a surplus trade balance for the country by the end of the 2019 financial year. Ghana recorded higher exports than imports for the first time in a decade in 2017 and maintained the feat in 2018. According to the president, the gains will be consolidated when the country ends this year with a balance of trade surplus.
Yeah, to us, Ghanaian Times we center spread, you know, and wobo amanie say omanpeni e dia tudwa a wo chese eni die mu a obehwe say trade surplus no e betimi abalance na begina se begina ho a afane fane nyina na benya eye ahoden na ochemu say Ghana say uhwema export no ye record a na e wo soro pa e de se import no na ekokoba na sa enya de eye it was it maintain na agina ho import pepe export pepe na say amaga na ijenfifi na area ho na yakuanim enso so esa na tiyusifo enso eka ede ache eye aman so baya abeto eye abai overspending enye emwaye baku se sika pa e ba bedie ewo eye abato ebremu no enya de ebeboa ye kura erinti no wo moka ede ache aban se yehwani ye pa election year no overspending ne de enya de ombeti ase Dr. Anthony ya ba Secretary General TUC fonyi ena da eye Times asia ha se no ene anopei oba eya
oba catalyst na daily guide
catalyst usu hu na chetika membo so kakra ma
boswe wa fa catalyst okay
boswe oba ya se menyere
me ka say ye hwe na wo
ye buka bibi
me say
menya dey me mboswe catalyst area ba now just say 2 months into the first term of 2019-2020 academic year no Mampeni Akufo-Addo aban afei na omonam kwan so a omobehwe se omodi eye basic schools womo krata ede ekoma womo curriculum any ehun sebene yesesemu yansemu any adenti e delay papa eti buka ede be cheche emofra na ade no just enkoye ama basic schools no womo ebre pa 1 month akaboso pepepe na emofra no womo eba eye vacation so womo akwama nanso no iri textbooks ede e kire womo ade catalyst na ono so ede aba ene anope so working for ata so chese Ghana fo a musu ahokyere se ye ho kyere ye ekom de atwintwam aye se atwomone nyina na so mu ye buni aye papa mo Ghana fo mo kasa mu ye buni aye ahokyere wa ha compare 2017 David mamonye sa ahokyere Ghana mu nyaye sa na working for ata yes o kan the time working for ata ba enua Kwame Sefa kan ho no so be ka so compare way back 2017
na watch pepe
to eneya ene die na say eye pa do you say and I say wonu nyaye so at say so you're ungrateful che say I want just here. Between you're fine. I got to come now. Okay, come down here, Mia. So you're graceful, we're bunia.
You, Matthew, you're fine. You're fine. Can afford things. Would be. Quabre, you. Now, glad to say, my Auntie Kate Bonnie, or your customer relations officer, Ghana Water Company Limited, and someone happy birthday. God bless you and grant you long life with good health and happiness from Lizzie of Dansoman. And then happy birthday to you. A blessed birthday to Reverend Sylvester Emmanuel Ayivo of Action Chapel International Headquarters, Counseling Department, from your precious with Mrs. Esther Ayivo and children, and then Coretta. They say they love you. God bless you. And abemu afefefe ya ne wenye mfie dunan ya ne papa de ani je say ya ene me be yenye mfie dunan na I am so proud of him, of the man that he has become. So tell him that I am proud of him. We a property manager OPS FM and penny bro for research them no Brasulu. Until Louis Esiamedu of Crown Glory School, Bawe. Crown and Glory School at Bawe. You are 14 years today. Happy birthday to you from your mom and your dad, Mr. and Mrs. Esiama, and the Edu family. And Ejasolo said he's proud of you, of the man that you have become. In two papa kasa woman and niaje so when ya kwala pano and says osisa koswana yesa bre wase nyanya misuo na yere wona sua de di mama no se won sa wo say baby a opese osua de kodru bi obem wadru ho ti odi ani so de sua de ni sa sua sa na baby a bewu ama enti ene so obehwe say tetai ne makuna de cake kakraka pa omo de bebre wo school no bia say o papa wo despite media what oh yeah big it's the birthday no
wow
yeah
quick one daily guy pay 12 no and I watch say foreign minister Mama Shela Ikubuchi say fake account to be no bia say no request honorable Shela Ikubuchi name so be no say foreign affairs minister there no betimi do to kwan ya de na enkofo de fa so ebu enkofo do o na enkofo aba na office say honorable ne me chat na me send this ka edo to account no ma e be na so say me mrani e ko interview obuku date
sir
Obaya, it was soon any account to be a send no request. Say a honorable Shelley Ayakubucha. Men, may accept it. Delete it.
Would they accept it? Some man no one Mavis and one book you Facebook.
Would also may accept it on my Facebook for be
and on your account to be
yeah. It's a book of us. So now some part in the chairman's abuse say MPs no we here protection pa. We here protection.
And na make us say ya na wo musika no.
Maybe bambo
allowance in Zoom. Yeah.
Jenny, protection bill.
Well,
it's common to sap scanner. Okay, can we MP no more?
Yeah, baby, some say, Destiny be a MP and near Bisa say, Omu will be Bisa or allowances anymore, and security allowance be also, you know, what is it meant for? Then I see on fine.
Exactly.
Protection, dear woman in here. Said the honorable can come the equal yeah. Yes, you almost say, Nipana was so my nature, it's me crab or pa. So, Musa, and I sexy don't swaka. Sexy don't.
Some more buyer.
A branch and now you should say, one who come up with JB Dam Quay. So, see a bonnet pa.
You find again, find Ben or
see a bonnet pa. Tisaya bonnet pie, a boy pano. Be on so near Cromfona or Mokoy or my dear. Said the Bayano, now Pessoa Yiren no say, what can be Bissana to say, one more, only one more any a dream chromono, and poor dream chromono cramono, and will be Pessoa or Bonia.
And yet, Adekye can come for Muno.
Oh, I know, dear, honestly. Nanka will be say, Benyana, say, why okay, kakra, and so say, or say, a man break a cranty, yati. The can say, Uncle say, a brain of money and Nakasa.
Only need a tour.
Also, crowd, and we are mashiwana. Row. What's an old dear Jaisa?
What's an old birthday? Oh, Minana, Cecilia, or worry. Oh, Duncan. Yes, my midwife, oh, Duncan. Belated.
Oh,
5 years.
Belated.
Yes.
Odine Dabe.
Oh, just I think Monday.
I think Umpefie ko. Hey. Umpefie ko.
O lady for 85.
Auntie si wan hu na na. Umpefie ko Monday wo ba ha. Wan kai so na edi ni birthday. Wa kwala pone papa. Okokuma se no ntinye kuma se kra na ye UT.
One ne ma.
Nana mane mpata o. Ma won to dwan fite. Oti aduane abembe no family na fadi birthday.
Me na do te no wasi o.
On the dey be no sa na wo dey ye na won korehwe no. Wo da no.
Ene she Olivia Munyam. What?
And then can maybe I can say Romeo. And then 7th November, right? Romeo, who catch I say 14th December.
A prince na a critic are confused.
Hey, what that I near chef.
Oh, that may not be.
How much me I sir?
May not doubt. Is there? Not so dear.
Then your man sister me.
Lee.
Share Miss Ruchi. Menana say me ye bibia anti problem ni ho.
This will tell you.
Or the question auntie. Auntie is Konya and Kopenka, 85 years sinka, who collect you grandma. Would you also have a small boy danger? Unfa grandchildren quantity.
Who bema our real news on. Your father back to the birthday or hello.
Romeo now I in Arizona.
Who bema our real news on.
Bema our own and it's me and saying.
Oh, na so who they were. To say
me who they say I'm mission and my dinner remember
who are piano no watching hono
that be
accept it so obewa
entini o se chese utu awari anywhere so
akurake we o kama se
una obe pass mama data no utu be so chese data fa enkwala na odi omo ye ejuma
and then untimi pass mama data because
labor commission for pass and entini o child labor
no I'm above 18 it's about ejuma go to UK go to US but awari there
our head usa
what I say
na 18 mra mu utimi ware ma ne ye
banya Ghana ha
Ghana 18 when you was ware
oh yeah
kwabna ye mra no sa na
ana me say mra ne kire but nya ha sa na UK dia na US wo dia ha na has 18 years oba na 18 years now who you know the 30 ko bra no oba 18 years now ko wa mama
e go make you better
for so ya get to am for me ko shawari you
what some way dey me twi ho amenti ase o
na so jollof dey
wa me odi ase antisi na so nware me no se wa ni yi okuma se e ka be pa fa e be fa e ho okuma se mo ntin so
so me na he o no ma na e panyin
enye o
na mu kita baby face na mo nya goti kitwa bi na hihia na mi hu ni ameka
what is marriage yeah can you explain
marriage ni se kwabena twibo sia ko be fa ne ho ka fo no na tena te o ko yiri
na ya de
na wa wa
na de de aba companionship friendship happiness children
edin through Nyankopon this year Ghana edin through
wow
sorry Miyoko Romeo yes boy if boy there hey over seminar ya kan yen fa nkontem na we edi na ntwem said o ka so nyanyi ye se over seminar ya kan yen fa nko
enti we benyi na
se mi guso
awunyi ba
so my road mi age so many na push me on
the football age na how dey ama me
football age
Romeo Yanya sports what
that's the to us in no penny fast dey the kind of this way chocolate drink or do here no and any in so share sound so special ice and special drinks ni nyina o mo ebo chidom na no penny the sports no dey ama Ghana for and no penny mum yendi kan kopie mu e wo krobia Kumasi Asante Kotokobo boko omo call Africa then so entimi ankoye omo last match on boy FC San Pedro of Ivory Coast e share Kotoko e kam yenu na chese ino a 2-1 on aggregate in Kotoko entimi and qualify na no and Jerome Ochre purchase a kwan Kotoko for a fast so a